holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever you're doing. All right. So sit up tall, set an intention today for your holiday, for your Saturday, for your practice, just for yourself. Close your eyes and gaze down to the tip of your nose. Welcome everybody. So think about lifting the crown of your head up towards the sky, sitting on your sitting bones so your pelvis is slightly tucked under, your ribs are pointing down towards your hips, and we have just this beautiful length in the spine to grow from. And then tuck your chin lightly towards your chest for the moment as you seal the intention of your practice. And then touch the thumbs to the third eye, the space between the two brows. And then pressing the palms up overhead, reach your arms up. Cross the thumbs, hook them, spread your fingers, wiggle them like you're playing the piano. And then lift your arms a little higher. They don't have to go directly over your head, right? They could be a little bit in front of you. Drop your shoulders down, bring your ribs down, so keep that tucking of the ribs. Inhale. Lean over to the right side as you exhale, and just frame your face with your arms. Keep your hips connected to the earth. Oh, who's that? Or is that Cindy? Okay. Come back to center on the inhale. Switch the cross of the thumbs. Oh, it looks beautiful. Exhale up and over to the left side. Keep grounded to your sitting bones onto the block or the earth, whatever you're on. Great, Cindy, thanks. And then inhale back to center, lift your heart. Eye gaze goes up more than your neck goes back. Exhale, open the arms to a cactus. And then bring the arms behind your back. Tense your fingers to the floor, fingers point in either direction. And just extend your spine a little bit more. Squeeze your shoulders back together. Find the breath moving fully. You're nice and open. And then keep your right hand behind you. Lift your left arm up. And take it outside the right thigh, twisting and looking over your right shoulder. Drop your left shoulder down. And then stay even on your sitting bones, so you're not leaning to one side or the other. Inhale, the right arm comes up. Lean over to the side. Exhale, cross the arms. Lift your chest up. And then scoot your belly back to your spine and round your spine chin to chest. Inhale, come on back up. Reach your arms in front of you. Just cross at the wrist. So right now your right arm should be in front, but if it's not, don't worry. Palms together. And then reach the arms back up overhead. Frame the ears and lean to the right side as you exhale. Inhale back to center and over to the other side. Good, come on back up to center. Release the arms, take them behind you. Once again, fingers point in either direction. Lean slightly back, lift your chest up. And then keep your left arm down. Take your right arm up and twist outside your left thigh. Look over your left shoulder. Grow tall on the inhale. Grow deep on the exhale, looking all the way to the left side as much as your eye gaze will take you. Inhale, the left arm comes up, lean over. Exhale, cross the arms over, so left on top of right, hugging onto the opposite thigh. Lift your chest, and then chin to chest, round your spine, pull the belly in. And again, coming back up to sitting, cross your wrists, take your palms and interlace your fingers, and then bring the arms up overhead, and you just might notice a difference from side to side when the other arm is crossed on top. Bring your ribs down towards your hips and lift up through your fingertips and ground through your hips. This exhale is going to take us down to the floor with our hands on the floor. Tabletop position, come up onto your hands and knees. Stretch out your legs behind you. Make any modifications you need to in any pose. And then come back to neutral. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to turn our fingers towards us this time. So a nice deep stretch through the wrists. And if it's too much, just back off. If you need more, start to do maybe some pushing back towards your heels, child's pose, or anything you can do. And always modify or intensify as your body kind of cues it. Stay back in the center. Keep the fingers pointing in, but turn the palms up again. Elbows point out to the side. We'll do a couple little push-ups here. If that's too extreme, just stay there. Or turn your hands back around. You know, do what you gotta do. And then roll it into center. Breathe in. Push back to your heels, child's pose. Release the arms out in front of you. Roll the wrists in both directions. And then place the fingertips down to the floor. Raise up onto the heel of, the fingertips lift the heel of the hand. One more little twisted side bend to the right side. Inhale. And exhale. You having trouble this morning, Cindy? Reach all the way over. Relax your neck and shoulders down. Once again, take the right arm underneath the left arm. This time you're crossing at the elbows or a little higher than your wrists. Inhale back to center, keeping the arms crossed. Left arm over right. Lift up and find eagle pose with your arms. Reaching up, up, up. And exhaling down. Inhale, release the arms, take them overhead. Exhale, walk it out to a child's pose. Walk your hands forward, lift up to the fingertips, heel of the hand is raised. Inhale, and exhale over to your left side. So your right arm is maybe a little bit longer than the left. Left arm comes underneath. Turn the palm up and just rest in this little twist. Getting a lot of opening through your shoulders this morning. Come back to center. Right arm is over left arm. Rise up to sit on your heels again. Wrap or double wrap your arms, and if it's too much, just hug your shoulders. Good. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, release the arms down. Release the arms from the cross and the bind. And take your hands back out in front of you. Walk them all the way out, child's pose. Inhale onto your toes. Tuck them underneath you and sit back in child's pose again. Just giving a little relief to the bottoms of our feet. They support us all day long. They're really important to us. So give them a little love. If you can get a foot massage, get a foot massage. Inhale, come on back up. Keep your arms outstretched. Release the toes again and drop your hips down. Lift your chest up. So a modified or a variant of our upward facing dog or a low cobra if it's too much for you on your back to be this extreme this early. And then push back. Let's do that a couple times. From child's pose to your modified upward dog or your variation of your upward dog, just going through the front and back stretches of the body. If it feels right to you, take this in circular motions and just get a little bit more juice in some of the joints. Wrist, elbow, shoulders, fingers, toes, hips, knees, ankles. And then reverse that direction. And let's make our way back to center. Downward facing dog is where we're going. So tuck your toes, lift your hips, knees up, chest down, arms by the ears, framing the ears. And now walk your dog until you're ready to find some settling. So side to side, front and back. And when you are ready to settle, the knees can be bent, the feet are about hips width apart, chest towards your thighs. Head hangs down, biceps frame the ears. Breathe in and empty the breath. Inhale and exhale. Walk your hands to your feet, back of the mat. Bring your hands either on blocks on the floor or on your shins. Lengthen your spine, look towards the front of your mat. Knees as bent as they need to be. Exhale, let it go. Head down towards your shin. Inhale, do that again. Rise up into your fingertips, broaden your collarbone, shoulders back. And exhale, fold. Each time you fold, decide whether you want to keep your knees bent or start to straighten them a little bit more. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. From the inhale, we're going to place our hands on our hips or our thighs. Lead with your heart to come up to standing. Heel toe your feet a little bit closer. Bring your arms down by your side. Lift your toes up, spread them like we did with our fingers, and bring the individual toes down, grounding the earth, lifting your knees up, tucking your tailbone underneath you. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, halfway down, fold, bend the knees, and then all the way down, touch the floor, shins, or blocks. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Flip your palms, open up, rise back up to standing. Hands to prayer as you exhale. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Exhale, take it straight down now to the floor. Touch the floor, touch the fingers on the shins if you need to. Lengthen the spine. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to prayer. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold to the center any way you want. Halfway lift, inhale. Soften the knees, walk your hands one handprint out. Send your weight back to your heels. Inhale, look forward, walk your hands forward again. Keep working the weight, sending it back towards your heels, biceps by the ears. Take another breath in and walk out again, and keep walking until you're in the length or the depth, whatever you want to call it, the width of your downward facing dog. So if you're familiar with it, your hips will be up in the air, heels towards the floor. If you're not, it's still the same. We look like an upside down letter V. Inhale to a high plank, top of a push-up, look forward. Lower your knees to the floor, release the toes, chin chest to the floor, glide on your belly, low cobra, elbows hug the sides. Good. Exhale, sit on your heels, tuck your toes, find your downward facing dog. And remember, if you have to sit on your mat and breathe, you're still doing yoga, so enjoy it. Come high on your toes, high to plank, push-up position. Look forward, either you're going to bend your knees or you're going to keep them straight as you go halfway down. Then roll over your toes, upward facing dog or back onto your belly, low cobra, your choice. Downward dog, good Michael, hips up in the air, looking good guys, breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Rise up high on your tippy toes, bend your knees, look forward. Take yourself to the top of your mat, however you get there, halfway lift when you do. Exhale, let it go. And then push down to rise up, come all the way up to standing. Take the prayer to your heart center. So you should be at the top of your mat or somewhere near it. Good, feel free to adjust cameras if we need to. All right, open up your eyes. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold down, hands on floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps back, low lunge, hold and pause. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips up in the air. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, low cobra, elbows in. Exhale, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, so if you want to drop your knees again, go ahead. Roll through upward dog or low cobra. Downward dog is where we'll meet. Breathe in and breathe out. Look forward, right foot comes forward. Left foot meets at top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold yourself in half. Inhale, ride your breath to stand. Bring the hands up overhead and prayer to the heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot steps back, pause. Good, downward facing dog, hips up in the air. Inhale, high plank, top of the push-up. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, low cobra, elbows hug. Exhale, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, legs can bend again. Upward dog or be on your belly for cobra or 100 push-ups. Downward dog we meet. Take a breath or two here. Let it be a little rest for you. Inhale, left leg steps forward, right foot meets it, top of the mat. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, rise to stand, bring the hands up overhead to prayer as you exhale. We're going to do that again. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hands to floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps back, pause. Downward facing dog, hips up. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Remember, you can skip the downward, the chaturangas, the push-ups, or you can take 1,000,000 of them and just meet in dog if you want to skip them. Inhale, right foot steps forward, pause for a moment, left leg meets the top of the mat. Exhale, so finish out one pose before jumping into the other. Inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot steps back, pause. Right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Remember, you can skip this part and go to dog again. Knees, chest, and chin as you exhale. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, tuck toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, halfway down, chaturanga. Or skip it. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Hips up in the air. Come high on your toes. Left leg steps forward. Right foot meets it, top of the mat. Halfway lift, stay here. Take 2 fists in between your feet and separate your feet hips width apart. Take your peace finger grip around your big toes. Wrap your thumbs between your fingers and your toes. Look forward, inhale. And exhale, think about pushing your fingers down and pulling your toe up at the same time. Bend the elbows out to the side. Head towards the shin. Shake out your neck, yes and no. Release any tension. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Doesn't matter. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to your hips. Rise up to stand. Bring your feet a little bit closer. Bring your arms down by your side. Samastitihi, or mountain pose if you want to play with that. Big toe, little toe, ball of the foot, heel of the foot. Knees lift up, tailbone tucks under. Roll your shoulders back. Even standing stance. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Bring the arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, fold to the floor, hands on floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, right leg will step forward, step back, Stay here. Right hand on the block or the inside of the left foot. You can always have the right knee down on the floor. Left hand to your hip. Look towards the front of your mat first. Create length in your spine. Then rotate to the outside of your left side. Twist. Left arm comes up. And breathe. Bring your rib cage underneath you. Hug your hips together. Back leg as strong as if it were in a plank position or a standing Tadasana position. Take another breath. Exhale, left hand comes down on the inside of the left foot. Right foot turns on its side. The hip wants to go with it, so draw it back inside and perhaps put your left hand on a block to accommodate this. Right arm is up. Spread your fingers, tuck your tailbone, reaching nicely up. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Think about being pulled to the sky with your right hand and grounded with your left. But lift the bottom side of your body up and in. One more breath. Exhale, the right hand comes down. We're going to turn a quarter turn to face the long edge of the mat to the right. Lengthen your spine. Feel free to drag a block with you or a towel if you also need that. And then fold your body in half, sending your weight a little bit forward into the balls of your feet, allowing your head to come towards the floor. Some of you Might get your head down really easily, but you can shorten your stance if that's the case. Or you can take your legs off the floor if that's the case as well. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands back to your left leg as you spin back around to the front. Walk your hands to the right corner and just sink a little bit lower. Hug your left knee on your left tricep. Good, so your left knee is bent, you're facing the front of the mat again. And then separate your hands, one on either side of the foot. Step a little closer with your right leg and straighten your left leg. Pull your left hip back, right hip forward, lengthen your spine on the inhale. And as you exhale, fold over your left shin. Keep pressing your left big toe down for some information here. Don't roll off onto your pinky side of your leg. Breathe in and breathe out. Anything you want to do with your hands, you can walk them forward, you can grab the back if you can reach the ankle or the thigh, anything but the knee. Or you can just stay in this folded position, pyramid pose. Breathe in and out. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Right foot steps the left foot top of the mat. Halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, fold over your legs. And then ride your breath to stand all the way up. Take your arms overhead, bring them to your heart, and exhale. Arms by your side. Inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, hands to floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot steps back, low lunge. So square it off, get a length in that back leg. Back leg is strong, the knee is lifted. Left hand stays on the inside or on a block, right hand moves to your hip. Lengthen your spine, twist to the right side. And then perhaps the right arm joins in the air. So keep thinking about hugging your right hip towards midline as you parallel the right thigh to the floor. Breathe, and now you're being pulled in two directions, up and down. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath, everybody. Exhale, right hand comes on the inside of the right foot. Good, turn your back foot on its side. Take your right hip and draw it inward. Right hand on the inside or block. Left arm opens up. Side angle, breathe. So again, now the left arm's being pulled to the sky, the right arm's grounding, and the right side of your torso is lifted up and in. We're just spiraling the heart open. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep working your tailbone underneath you. Take another big breath. Exhale, release your left hand. Turn your right foot a quarter turn to the left so you're back facing the long edge of the mat on the opposite side. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Let's grab the peace grip again around our big toes. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw your elbows out to the side, head to the shins or head to the floor. Weight is slightly forward. Some of you will be able to lift your legs off the floor. Feel free to do that and invert. Inhale. Go, Rach. Yeah, there you go. Good. Take your time if your legs are in the air to make it back down really slowly. Nice. Really slow it down on the way down. If your hands are still around your toes, look forward, inhale. Release your hands under your shoulders, lengthen your spine. Turn your right foot back to the front of the mat, turn your left foot to go with it, and take your hands out to the upper left corner of the mat. Hug your hips in, back leg is strong. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Don't forget your back leg. Sometimes we kind of forget the things we don't see right away. Now walk your hands back to either side of the right foot. Step the left foot a little bit closer, as much as you need to be able to straighten your front leg, and of course, use the blocks if you'd like. Right hip back, left hip forward. Walk your hands anywhere. They can be forward, they can be back, turned around. Maybe you're holding onto your thigh or ankle, calf, shin, depending on your flexibility, the length of your arms, all that stuff. None of it really matters as long as you hold the position safely for you. Look forward. Inhale, send left leg to right leg, top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go, head to shin. Inhale, rise to stand, bring your arms overhead with you. Exhale, take the prayer to your heart. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps back, big lunge. Right arm stays, left arm opens, twist. Left arm down inside, right foot turns on its side, right arm up, twist. Counter the twist. Look down at your left toes. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Exhale, straighten arms and legs, inhale. And exhale, back, warrior two. Left knee bends, pull back with your right leg, knee over the ankle, left thigh parallel to the floor. Hide your right hand with your left hand. Sit a little bit deeper and firm out that left thigh. Inhale. Right arm down, left arm up. Keep bending the front leg. Lift up and back. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, straighten left leg. Turn your toes towards the right side of your mat, the long side. Take your arms behind your back, interlace your fingers, palms together, knuckles down. Heart lifts. And then fold over your legs, or in between your legs, head down to the floor. Arms reach up. Head goes down. So weight shifts a little forward, so there's no chance to hyperextend the knees. If you need a towel to lift your arms up a little higher, that's great, or to put your hands together. Inhale, release your hands under your shoulders, look up. Turn yourself back to the front of your mat, hands are on the inside of your leg. Walk your arms a little bit more forward. Keep pressing through the arms and hugging the hips towards your midline. And then walk your hands back in and separate them on either side of the leg. Shorten your stance and straighten your front leg. Use your blocks. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, wherever you want the arms to be is appropriate for you. As long as it's not causing you stress, undue stress. Make sure your left big toe presses down, hug the hip in. Inhale, halfway lift. Right foot meets left foot, top of the mat, halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, bring the arms overhead with you. Exhale, take the prayer to your heart center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot steps back, nice big stance. Left arm stays, right arm twists open. Exhale, right hand inside, left foot on its side. Tuck your tailbone, left arm reaches up. Look down at your toes. Inhale, rise, warrior two as you exhale. Pump it up, inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Stay for a bit. Refine it. Thigh parallel to the floor, knee over ankle in line with second, third toe, in line with your hip. Hide the back hand with the front hand. Hide the back heel with the front heel. Take another breath without changing your legs. Left arm down, right arm up. Nice side stretch, everyone. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, settle. Good, straighten your front leg. Turn a quarter turn to the left. Take your arms behind your back, interlace your fingers, wrists, forearms, elbows. Or perhaps you have your hands in prayer, or you hold on to a strap or towel. Lengthen your spine on the inhale. Fold on the exhale. Head down towards the floor. Toes turn slightly inward. Send the weight a little bit forward. Softening your knees. Shake out any tension in your neck. If you'd like to take another inversion, you have always the opportunity. You have my permission. Excuse me, head down. Another breath. Good. Release your hands under your shoulders. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. Right foot turns forward. Hands on the inside of the right leg. Walk them out towards the left corner of your mat. Just release the left hip a little bit lower and hug your hips in towards midline. Looking good, guys. Very nice, everybody. And then separate your hands on either side of the right leg. Step the back leg a little closer and straighten your front leg. Walk your arms out. Hug hips in towards midline. Let it go. Halfway lift on an inhale. Look forward, step forward, top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, rise to stand, bring it with you. Hands to your heart center. Inhale the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps back and turn it on its side for warrior two. Bring your left hand on the inside, right arm up. Look down at your left toes and rise up to warrior two. So we've been here. Reverse your warrior two. Come back to warrior two. Left arm on top of left thigh, very light, very little pressure there. Right arm circles up and overhead. Spin your heart open. If you have the desire to take the bottom arm, lift it up, fine. Find a little bit more core. But keep your torso slightly elevated for that one. No pressure. Spin your heart open, left shoulder under right, tailbone tucks under. Make sure if you lift your left arm that you're not collapsing by putting too much weight into it. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Turn the left toes forward. Inhale, take that same clasp you had before, whichever way, or reverse prayer, lift up. Exhale, fold down in the middle. Head down towards the floor, wide-legged stance. Release the hands under the shoulders, lengthen your spine, inhale. Bend your right knee, sit back towards your right heel, turn your left toes up. Some of you will get really low, some of you will bind, some of you might sit on the floor. This is like the Mad Russian, like we heard a little earlier in our little Christmas song. And sit your weight back. It doesn't matter how low you go, as long as you don't put pressure into that right knee. Good. Now, rebend the left knee, but turn your body forward. Hands on the inside of the left leg. Right knee now comes to the floor. Breathe. Maybe your forearms or elbows come to the floor, or a block becomes very helpful there. And breathe. Hug your knee towards your shoulder. Good. Now place your hands back on the floor. Take your right shoulder underneath your left thigh and walk your arms out to the side. You can stay with your knee on the floor or lift your knee up off the floor. And some of you might even want to take your left hand behind you, right hand behind you, and bind. Let's see where that's getting us. Good. Lori's laughing. We haven't done that in a really, really long time. All right, so if you have the bind, release your back knee to the floor. Release your bind, left hand on the outside of the left leg. As you straighten your back leg, lift the knee off the floor, shorten your stance, and fold over your left leg one more time. Reach your arms out in front of you. Press your big toe to the floor. Square your hips and shoulders. Look forward, bend your left knee. Supported warrior three. Right leg lifts off the floor, toes down, shoulders, hips down. Pressing your right leg back as if you were pushing it, maybe some of you are, pushing it against a wall. And then send your right foot to your left foot. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, bring it with you. Exhale, prayer to your heart. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hands to floor, shins or blocks. Halfway lift, inhale. Left leg steps back, exhale, turn it on its side, right hand on the inside or block. Left arm opens up, twist. Tuck your tailbone. Look down at your right toes. Inhale to warrior two, exhale, settle in for a bit, not too long. Back leg is incredibly strong. Right thigh parallel to the floor. Inhale, reverse the warrior, nothing changed in the legs. Exhale, right hand on the thigh. Just hold it there for balance, right? Don't put your weight into it. Just a little touch. Left arm up and over your head, spin it open. So I rotate the torso so that my shoulders are kind of stacking on each other. The ribs are lifted, the thigh is parallel. There's no pressure in my arm to support me. Some of you will take both arms up over your shoulder for a little bit more core intensity. Breathe. Good. Inhale back to warrior two. Exhale, settle. Straighten your front leg and turn it a quarter turn. Take the bind. If you have your hands gripped, just grip the opposite hand on top. Sounds funky, starts out weird, but you'll get used to it. And exhale, fold in between your two legs. Head down towards the floor. So while we're working our head towards the floor, we're working our hips in the air, spreading the sitting bones open. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, release your hands under your shoulders, look up. Exhale, bend your left knee, turn your right toes up towards the sky. We'll call it Mad Russian today instead of Skandasana. But any variations that you have are welcome. Inhaling and exhaling. Lengthen your spine, inhale. We're going to spin back around to the front of the mat, hands on the inside of the right leg. Hug the knee towards the shoulders, and then lower the left knee towards the floor if that's available to you. And then maybe some of you will take it to the forearms. So just releasing that left hip a little bit deeper. Okay, good. Now, you can stay right where you are or explore. Take your hands back down. Take your right shoulder underneath your left thigh or knee. Right hand out to the side. Perhaps you stay there. Perhaps you tuck your back toes underneath you and lift the back knee off the floor. Some of you will take the right arm behind your back, left arm behind your back and bind. Feel free to adjust it, right? Try it. So Cindy, keep your shoulders facing the floor on this one. Breathe. One more breath. Good. If you have a bind, release it. Take one hand on either side of the leg. If your knee is up, bring it down for a moment. Lengthen your spine. Tuck your back toes underneath you. Lift the knee up and then send the left leg a little bit closer to the right. Forward fold, reach your arms out in front of you, pull your right hip back, right head to the shin, or both heads, or just the one head that you have to the shin. Right shin, pull the right hip back. I get flustered by gun handling. Look forward, inhale. Send your right knee to soften it and take your left leg off the floor. Figure four, or L shape with your left leg. So you're in a supported warrior three, spine is long, weight is in your right heel, one more breath. Exhale, feet together, top of the mat. Fold over your legs. Rise to stand on the inhale. Take prayer to your heart center on the exhale. Bend your knees, chair pose. Good. So find length in your torso. Rotate to the right side, left elbow is going to the outside of the right thigh. Hug your knees towards each other, drop your seat lower, and then pull your left hip back, like almost towards the right side of your room. Inhale. If anybody likes to practice an arm balance here, side crow, you can bring your hands to the floor outside your right hip. Right arm can be free, or you sit on top of both triceps. And then any variations that you take with this pose are welcome. Explore, feel free, or just stay in your twist. And I say just, it's not a big deal. It's not like you're not doing anything in the twist. You are doing plenty. If you are elevated off the floor in your crow, come back to that same chair twist. And then forward fold. Separate your feet hips width apart, two fists if you're not sure. Lift the toes up, slide your hands underneath the feet, wrap the big toe around the wrist, look forward, inhale. Exhale, elbows out to the side, head to the shin. And just fold. Give it a nice massage to your wrist. Have a little party with Barry Manilow, just stay. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, hands come to your hips. Rise up to stand. Heel toe your feet together, bring your arms down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, prayer to the heart, bend your knees, sit your weight back to your heels. Keep the length in your torso as you rotate to the left side. Right elbow outside left thigh. Bend your knees so you can sit lower, and then draw your hips a little bit to the left. And once again, lift your belly up off your thighs. Keep pressing. You could have your palms together, or you can make a little fist. Whatever works out for you best. And either stay where you are or play with an arm balance, bringing your hands outside your left leg. Left arm can be free for those of you who can do that, or just keep both knee, or the hip on both knee, triceps, excuse me. Lift up and play with any variations today that might suit you, right? If you're feeling playful because it's Christmas, or you're like, I don't want to do it because it's Christmas, or I just don't feel like doing it today. Stay in the twist if you're not doing the arm balance. And if you are, take your feet back to the floor, find a perch to land on, twist. And exhale, fold over your legs, separate them hips width. One more time, stand on your hands. Not a handstand, but stand on your hands. Lift up forward. Exhale, elbows out to the side, head comes down to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Release your hands to your hips, rise up to stand. Heel toe your feet together. So if you're not at the top of the mat, take a few steps forward. Inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, hands to floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Right leg steps all the way back. Lower the right knee to the floor. Keep the toes tucked or untucked, you choose. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Lengthen your torso, rotate it, right arm outside. So just the same twist we just did. Release the top of the foot if you'd like, and get a little deeper into the right psoas. Breathe in, breathe out. Take another breath. Look down at your right toes, exhale, release your hands. Bend your back knee and lift the heel towards the buttocks. Try not to be on top of your kneecap. So try to send your weight a little forward. Take your left arm, reach it towards me. And then sweep it behind you. See if you can grab a hold of the foot, the ankle, wherever you can, and pull the heel towards the buttocks. So it's the left arm, right foot. Breathe. Hug your hips in. Big quad stretch. One more breath. Gently release the foot, exhale. Straighten your front leg and fold over it. Toes up. You choose to sit on a block, maybe, all the way down, and fold over your leg. And a half, or if you'd like, a full split. Breathe in, and breathe out. Take another breath. Inhale, softly rebend the front knee from whatever variation you might have taken. Tuck your back toes under, lift the back knee up, take your left leg in the air, three-legged downward dog. Hip opens, bend the knee towards the heel towards the right buttocks. Shoulders are squared off. If my friends, you like to flip your dog here, this is a great opportunity. Take the leg back. The right leg can be straight in a dancer's bridge or bend the knees for a little bit more of a wheel pose. You know, let your body be your guide. One more breath. Good, turn it back around. Left leg up. Downward dog, hips up. Stay here or take a vinyasa to kind of clear the slate. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Inhale, right leg in the air. Step the right foot, outside the right hand. Lower the left knee to the floor. Breathe. Inhale. Actually, we're going to have the hands on either side. My bad. Inhale, rise up onto your back, top of the foot. Exhale, hands to prayer. Lengthen out of your spine. Rotate left elbow outside right thigh. So the tendency is just to collapse your belly and your chest on your thigh. Can you push away from the thigh and rotate your torso, look over your right shoulder, left toes either tucked or pressing the top of the foot, shin on the floor. Just create or keep looking for some more space. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Good, one more breath, everybody. Exhale, hands on either side. Bend your left knee. Reach your right arm forward. And then see if you can reach for the foot. Reach towards it, reach on it. Use a strap if you need to. Just try not to be, if you have to get there to shift a little bit, great. But don't stay on top of the patella. So don't put any excess pressure there. Hug your hip in and rotate. Maybe you look at your hand, maybe you just look forward, down. Gently release the foot, hands on either side. Straighten your front leg, toes up. And then you choose, do you want to stay here? Do you want to sit down on the floor or block? I particularly like the block for myself. Or a full split. And then you can walk into whatever range of motion works for you. So we're all different. We're all going to look different. We're going to feel different a little bit. The idea is the same. We're straightening the front leg, stretching the hamstrings, lengthening our spine. Take another breath. Good. Now draw yourself back slowly into a right knee bend lunge. Tuck your left toes underneath you. Lift the knee up. Keep the hips low. Take the right leg in the air. Three-legged downward dog. Open up your hip. And if you like to flip your dog here, send the right foot to the back side. And then come up into either a dancer's bridge or perhaps a full wheel or a variation of that. And as you exhale, rewind back to a three-legged dog. And then four paws on the floor, downward dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale to your knees or chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog, hips up in the air. And then bring your knees to the floor. Swing your legs to either side. I'm going to actually change my mat position for now. You stay where you are. So you're going to swing your legs around in front of you. Legs out. Good. Bend your right knee and bring the heel towards the buttocks and hold on to your right shin. Stay here or put the foot on the outside of the left leg. Stay here, or bend your bottom leg, bring it back, but don't sit on the heel. Sit up nice and tall. You're either hugging, twisting, binding half, or full if you have it. Keeping both sitting bones grounded on the earth. So the bind, depends on a lot of things. It's not just that you can do it or you can't do it. It's how much room you have to do it, how long your arms are, your legs are, your torso, and how much flexibility you have to make those moves. Take another breath. Keep whatever you're doing with your arms. Look over your left shoulder. And then gently release to the left side. Come back to center. Good. Send your weight into your left shin. Hands forward then. Right knee over left knee. Feel free to use a block and have a seat on the floor or the block. So sitting on the block is just going to help me with my tighter hips to stay level. Go back to that foot massage that we so desperately want to do. Head up tall, crowning the collarbones pulling forward. Stay right here or fold over your right leg, chin in front of your knee. Your choice. Keep your hips grounded. So this is a really tricky pose if you're tight, particularly. Tricky if you're not as well. Inhale, rise up slowly. Good. Exhale, lean back, release the legs, shake it out. Bring the legs in front of you. Adjust your sitting bones. Bend your left knee. Start with that. Just hug it in and be happy there. And if you want to explore more, you can take it on the outside of the right leg. And still more, bend the bottom knee. Sit up tall. Don't sit on your right heel. Stay with both grounded sitting bones. And then you choose. You want to stay here, hug, twist. Some of you will bind. Inhale for length. Exhale for depth. Look over your left shoulder. Keep the twist, but look over your right shoulder. Gently release whatever bind you have, counterpose it. Come back to center. Take yourself so that you're on your right shin. Left knee is going to cross over right knee. Again, if you have a block, it's very helpful under the hips if you're tight. And if your left knee lifts all the way up, that's just your hips are tight. And this will help to alleviate some of that. Press your thumbs into your insteps. Just give yourself that nice massage. Stay here or choose to fold over your left leg. And again, perhaps your chin reaches in front of your knee. Don't force it, let your body guide you. Let it tell you that it's enough, too much. Looking good, guys. Breathe. Hang in there. You're almost there. Slowly come on back up. Take your hands behind you, lean back. Shake out your legs, give it a little love. Rub them out. And walk a little bit forward towards the front of your mat. Keep a block nearby if you'd like. Sit up tall in front of your sitting bones. Toes turn up towards your face. And we're going to be on the ground, so if you want to adjust your cameras a little bit, I think Leah and E.T., Elise. Walk your hands out, reach your fingers forward like you're sleepwalking. Then flip your thumbs up to the sky, drop your shoulders back. Pull your chin to your chest and your belly to your spine. Round your back, but release your shoulders. Keep your legs really active and start to articulate down one vertebrae at a time. So find yourself onto your backs now. When you get there, hug your knees up to your chest. And say hallelujah if you're on the floor. Welcome, whoever that is. Good, come back to center. Bring your knees in. Stretch your legs up in the air. Take your hands just by your outer hips. Some of you, you might want to take them all the way under. Good. So legs up. Now lift your head and shoulders up for a moment. Pull your belly into your spine. And can you lift your hips a little bit off the floor? Just a little bit, just enough to feel. If you want to, hands behind your head to support. Then lower your head if it's up. Hands are by your hips. Point your toes. Lengthen it a little bit further out. About a third of the way down. Flex your foot. Touch your feet, excuse me. Point your toes. Lower down another third. Point and flex. Lower down another third. Point and flex. Take your feet to the floor. Release your feet. Forearms on the floor. Lift your chest up. Place your head back. And open up your heart. Now, some of you don't need your hands underneath you and you like to take your hands up. Some will take your legs up. Whatever lotus, whatever variation really works for you. Make sure you're not putting weight in your head, but rather in your arms or your legs, but not your head. Fish pose, Matsindrasana. Take another breath. Push through your forearms. Lift your heart up. Chin to chest. And roll down. Hug your knees all the way to your chest. Open your arms out. Hips right, knees left. And switch sides. Anything else you'd like to do in the next moments? Or get yourself ready for your final pose, Shavasana. Come back to center, hug everything together. And then release your legs out in front, arms by your side. Take a big, beautiful breath in. And then open your mouth. You're alone in your home or outside, and just let go of a big ah. Melt your body into the earth. Close your eyes, settle in. Take a quick scan of your body, head to toe, toe to head, in between, front, back, side to side. Cover your eyes if you need to. Cover your bodies if you need to. And just totally release into the earth. Let go. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back into the space. Wiggle your fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles. Take yourself onto either side. And bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to your heart center. Take this opportunity to thank yourselves for getting to the mat today, every time you step on the mat. And then taking your chin, bowing down to each other, to the light, the peace, the love, the goodness within each one of us. Happy, happy holidays, happy New Year. Whatever you're celebrating or not, celebrate life. Bowing down to each other, namaste, Satnam, go in peace. And a happy New Year. So for those of you at home, stay fit, stay healthy, get vaccinated, and wear a mask.